What's up, guys? FNO47 and welcome to Watch for the Plot. Subscribe for more content coming your way. Yes, I look like I've been through the ringer. I just did a 24-hour stream on my Twitch.tv FNO47 Drody. Swing by, took up the vibes. Now today, we're going to be reviewing a show called White Blue. And it was this show that made me discover all the other shows I've been talking about. Shin Angel, Transfer Student, Ultimate Dore, the shows I've reviewed so far. They're called NTR, where essentially the main character gets cucked to the nth degree, and they get fragments or leftovers, what people left behind after they ran through the main character desired, or they don't win at all and they break down, they cry, like Otome Dore. Now, for this one in particular, it dropped on December 4th, 2020. It was made on November 30th. However, for this specific show, at the end of watching the first one, it did say to be continued. Now, this one is pretty short because only one episode I'm reviewing, but it's essentially you have two people who are love interests. One is Kiyose, who when he woke up from a crash he had, the last memory he had was talking to his girl named Hibari about her going to be a nurse because her mom was a nurse. And then he wakes up and there she is standing right in front of him. There's this other girl too named Annie, but he doesn't give a fuck about Annie. He only wants Hibari. He can only care for Hibari. And at that point, they start talking, start shooting shit, start catching up on stuff, And Annie makes it a little awkward, like, oh, you like her more than me. Like, she's jealous. She's obviously jealous of this man. And, just talking. And after that, for some reason, even though he is like rehabbing himself from being crashed from a leg incident or whatever, he gets a warning from Kayama from Kurashime-esque main character vibe, the glasses, the haircut, which is what the fuck is this? And he's just telling Kiyase, it's like, hey, just because you got me off Hibari's back doesn't mean there's other people who are much worse that won't be there. Watch your back, brother. Now Kiyose is paranoid because of the fact that that motherfucker who he told off is now warning him of someone else who's even worse than himself. It's just, what does that even mean? And Hibari pulls up and says, oh, hey, I'm getting invited to a party by our head doctor, Ishigami. And then before I get to that, why did I mention that? Why am I talking about the other guy? Why am I talking about a party? Well, because right after Kiyase got the warning from that really random nerd who didn't have a name whatsoever, he somehow got in the right time and right place to watch Ishigami violate another nurse on the job and recorded it. But when he tried to show the evidence to Hibari, his childhood potential crush, she wasn't accepting it. She was very naive. She was like, that would never happen. And besides, even in this profession, even if that did happen, which I 100% believe it does happen, even if it did happen, if she snitches, right, the higher ups have two things they can go with. They either can take this seriously and lose a doctor, like a well-established, respected doctor with years of experience, or they can just boot the nurse out and call it a day. You know what I mean? It's in the sake of garnering profit and respectability and brand recognition, 9 times out of 10, the massive corporations would kick the nurse out for snitching, or at least give the doctor a slap on the wrist so the nurse can be satisfied with the amount of punishment they levied. Borderline, I'm saying it wouldn't matter at the end of the day, but still, he was trying to show her evidence and she was just denying it outright because she believed this man was true. And of course, it was a lie. Now, when I say it was a lie, I mean when she got invited to the party and Ishigami told her people were going to be late, no one else came there, and then he pulled a Rick Ross and put Molly all in her champagne. She didn't even know it. And then he literally took her home and enjoyed that. And she didn't know it, but that's cringe. All right, and that's White Blue, and it ends off with a preview to the second episode, which is basically her saying, "Hey, I kind of think you're right," and the Kiyase is like, "No, you know what? I was being wrong." Ishigami came up to me and he told me that maybe the medications are getting in my brain. Maybe I'm seeing things. So when I get out of this hospital, I want to ask you out for dinner. That's NTR. That's literally NTR. 100,000 kabillion% NTR. That's it. All right, guys. I don't have an outro, but if I did, it wouldn't matter because it makes fun to the video. Good night. Also, yes, I'm wearing this jacket because it's cold, okay? Hop off, hop off, hop off, hop off, hop off.